Diatomic molecular compounds are compounds made of diatomic, meaning di meaning two, atomic meaning atoms. So they're compounds made of two atoms. If it's molecular, we're going to be dealing with elements that are nonmetals. And we say that these are bonded covalently, which means that the electrons are shared. This is different from an ionic compound where the electron is actually transferred from metal to nonmetal, from one atom to another. So when we're naming diatomic molecular compounds, we have to use the prefixes that are shown in this table right here. Now, for the first prefix that you see is mono or mon, and that means one, but we really very rarely use mono. Pretty much the only time that we're going to use mono is with that, carbon monoxide. But if we saw this, I think everybody by this time knows what compound that is, but if we were going to name this according to the rules, since we have one carbon and we're not going to use mono, and we have two oxygens and the prefix for two is di, we would call that carbon dioxide. Okay, now if we saw the formula P2N5. Now the prefix for two is di, so that would be diphosphorus. And the prefix for five is penta, so that would be diphosphorus pentanitride. Now bear in mind that these binary compounds all are ending in IDE. And remember that the nonmetals, when they form ions, the ending changes to IDE. So nitrogen, when it becomes an ion by gaining electrons, becomes a nitride ion. Oxygen, when it becomes an ion, becomes an oxide ion. For the formula N2H4, two nitrogens then would give me dinitrogen, and four hydrogens, prefix for four is tetra, like the game Tetris, which you had four little blocks falling down. So four hydrogens, hydrogen when it becomes an ion, becomes a hydride ion. So that would be dinitrogen tetrahydride. Now, going in the reverse is pretty simple as well. If you are given a name and you need to write the formula, and the name has these prefixes, di, tri, tetra, and so forth in them, you simply write the formula just the way it looks. For example, if I saw silicon dioxide, that means silicon, one, there's no prefix with it. Dioxide is two oxygens, so it would be SiO2. Or if I saw sulfur trioxide, that means I've got one sulfur and three oxygens. If I'm given diphosphorus, pentoxide, okay, I see diphosphorus, that means two phosphorus. Pentaoxide means five oxygens. P2O5. So that's pretty much all you have to remember. If we're talking about a molecular compound, nonmetals bonded to nonmetals, electrons are shared, use the prefixes. And remember, that's the only time we would use the prefixes.